we're 4 days into summer and my girls are still waking up at like 6:30. I don't understand it. It's almost like they're waking up for their 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Work hard for that money. You know what I'm saying? But they don't go anywhere. We're not getting ready for school. We're not doing anything. Don't understand. Don't understand. And when I asked my daughter, it's well, I want to start my day. ¿Y pa' qué? ¿Por qué why? What you gonna do? Because we don't do TV this early. We don't do iPad this early. We don't do any of that stuff. And I know that's what they're looking for. You know what I mean? This is gonna be interesting. I think tomorrow I'm going to start a new rule of you're not allowed to get out of your room until I tell you it's time to get out of your room. Because it's it's taking away my morning alone time, my quiet time, and I kind of need that because I'm home all day with them. And then the thought process has been, well, let's let them stay up a little bit past their bedtime to tire them out so that they wake up later, and that has not been working out. So we're gonna try this tomorrow and see if it works. I don't know if it's going to work. If you've done that before, please let me know. Has it worked for you? You know, I have to figure out something. I have a feeling that like at camp or at Disney, it's going to be different because they're going to be so physically worn out. So I'm hoping that that makes a difference. Here, obviously, it's a little different. We're not outside all day, every day. So I don't know. But it's driving me crazy. Lily and I have been starting to work with a naturopathic doctor to work on some of our health issues, especially her eczema. I've had the inkling that her eczema is a parasitic response, and so I'm correct in that. And so, you know, Lily and I'm gonna have the whole family just join in so that it's not just an us thing, but we're gonna be cutting out some stuff to the best of our ability. At camp, it's pretty much you eat whatever the cafeteria serves, so we're gonna do our best there. And then I don't want to be fully restrictive during the summer, especially if we're going to Disney. So I will allow like a treat, not every single day, but like every once in a while. Mainly because I don't want her to feel like miserable, you know, like she can enjoy her summer. But I also do want her body to start healing properly. So we're gonna be cutting out grains, dairy, sugars, essentially a little mixture of Daniel fast and carnivore, something like that. Because we can't eat all the fruits and vegetables, and we can't eat all the dairy, but we can eat eggs. So, and it's also based off of what our body's response was to certain foods in terms of like allergens and things like that. So that will be interesting. If you want me to share more about that, I can. Let me know below. But it's going to be a journey. So I have to change my mindset about the foods that we eat, meal planning, things like that. We are Hispanic, so rice is a big staple, you know, is a staple in our diet. And we cannot do that anymore. At least right now, while our bodies heal. And then the plan and the thought process is we spend the summer doing this, healing both of our bodies. And then in the fall, start to reintroduce slowly certain things. So yeah. So I will document as much as I can, you know, if that's something y'all interested in. But I'm sure that we're not the only ones dealing with health issues, especially if you eat rice, pasta, grains, things like that. As much as I love them. But we gotta take care of our temple first. So this is going to be a process. Yeesh. Okay friends, we're doing this a little bit differently because I rearranged some stuff in here because I had to clean the couches because my daughter had an accident while taking a nap. So that was great. Catching up on a little work, editing and stuff, but today wasn't too bad. When I tell you though, it was hard with these diet changes of no dairy, no carbs. We had a little bit for dinner just because I had already pre-planned some of these meals before I spoke with our naturopathic doctor and was given these instructions of changing our diet because of what's going on in our body. And so I'm just doing the best that I can, and I don't want that food to go to waste, especially because we leave on Sunday for camp. And so it's being a little bit flexible. It was a little bit hard for my daughter, but she did really well, I will say. I let her have some crackers with a snack, but she killed her lunch, and she absolutely loved it. And I have not seen her eat steak like that in a long time. So I was like, thank you, Jesus. She was able to do that. But tomorrow's another day. I'm not going for perfection. We're not going cold turkey right now. We cannot go cold turkey as much as I would love it. It's just not easy, especially with kids and with traveling, especially going to camp. It's like camp is you eat whatever they serve you. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do our best. But kid-wise, I did something today that I have not done. I don't know if that's a brag or if that's a shame. Just being real, now that I think about it. Yeah, so I did no screens until middle of nap time. My oldest doesn't nap anymore, and so I let her watch, a movie. And her movie choice was literally Disney weddings. This girl loves her some Disney weddings, y'all. Like I said, I don't know if it's a brag or if it's a shame. I mean, I'm not taking it either way anyways. I just did it. They pretty much kept themselves busy. We went outside for a little bit, did chalk, bubbles, the whole thing out there. They got bored after 45 minutes. They were tired of it, wanted to come inside, built a fort. Apparently they played dress up. Somebody was getting married to somebody. I don't know. Somebody was one other with his mom. I don't know. I was just letting them go at it with their imagination, and they were having fun. My middle daughter, I think, changed 7 times today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a personal record for her. All in all, good day. Tomorrow we really have to, I really have to start prepping for camp. And I'm implementing my new rule tomorrow. Not getting out of your room until I say it's time to get out of your room. Because this 6 a.m. call that they've been doing, I can't, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're not doing the whole wake up at 6 a.m. because you think you gotta go to your 9 to 5. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Yeah. No carbs, no dairy, no sugar for summer with kids. Yeah, I'm gonna need, pray. Just pray for me. It's just tea. Don't worry about it. Just tea. Dandelion tea. Oh, see you in the next one.